Let's get started. We only have a little bit of time. We're going to begin at the back of your mat. Bring your hips over your ankles. Let your hands come down by your shoulders. Let's roll your shoulder blades down and back and maybe close down through the eyes for a moment. Spread your fingers wide. Point your palms forward in space. And just feel the body nice and long, standing tall like a tree or a mountain. Rooting down through your feet, those roots growing down into the earth, crown of the head reaching up tall towards the sky. And just observe what's happening in your body, observe the energy that you're carrying with you right now. And maybe set an intention if there's anything about that energy that you'd like to shift or anything that you're looking for in this next season. We'll take one clearing breath. Just releasing the old, preparing ourselves for the new. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Nice. Start to blink the eyes open, lift your hands up and overhead. And then exhale, gentle bend at the knees, hinge at the hips, and fold down over the toes. Inhale, lift up halfway, draw the crown of the head forward. On an exhale, start to walk your hands forward. We're meeting in a high plank, top of a push-up. And you can always lower the knees here if that feels a little better. I'm going to keep mine lifted. Shoulders over the wrists, ankles over the toes. Start to lift the low belly up and in. Take a nice big inhale breath. Exhale, shift the shoulders forward. Keep those elbows in tight. We're going to lower all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Tuck the fingertips outside the mat. Point your elbows to the sky. Press into the fingers and lift up through your head, chest, and shoulders. And then gently dip your right shoulder in and gaze over to the left. Nice. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, other side. Left shoulder in, look to the right. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, lower your forehead all the way down to the mat. Plant your hands, press your hips back to your heels. Find your child's pose for a moment. Keeping some activation in the arms, they're extending forward, and then pressing the hips back towards your heels. So you've got this sort of counterweight in the hips, keeping the spine nice and long. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lift up into your tabletop pose. Next, inhale, lower the belly, lift up through the heart. And then exhale, press the mat away, moving into your cat-cow. 2 more rounds. Waking up the spine, creating new space between the vertebrae. Just arriving on your mat. And then on the bottom of your last one, we'll find a nice neutral spine. Low belly is lifting up and in. Let's extend your right foot back in space. Inhale, reach that right foot long. Maybe roll out a little through the ankle, then take it around the other direction. Find some stillness in the foot. Then start to draw the knee into the nose. Squeeze it in tight. And extend it back. 2 more times. Squeeze it in. And take it back. Last time. Squeeze it in tight. We're going to take that foot to the back, and then take your right foot over to the left side of the mat, and tuck the toes down. Gaze back towards your right foot over the left shoulder, feeling a nice long stretch through the right side body. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the right foot back up, tuck the left toes, and press your right foot to the sky for 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and stack the hips, drawing the heel in towards the seat. Then start to take that knee in some big circles. Stirring it out. Beautiful. And take it around the other way. Feeling some new space opening, clearing out the cobwebs. Lift the knee back up to the sky. Re-extend the leg. Bring both feet back to the mat. Inhale, we're going to lift up high on the tippy toes. Exhale, lower the knees all the way back down. Left leg extends back in space this time. Again, if you want to find those little knee circles, feel free. Core still gently activated here. Then from there, we'll find that nice neutral spine. Draw the knee into the nose, squeeze it in tight. And take it nice and long. Come back to that neutral spine. 2 more times. Draw the knee to nose. And take it back. Last time, knee to nose. Take it all the way back. Left toes to the right side of the body. Look over your right shoulder. Lengthen that nice long line. Ooh, a little tough balance there. Along the left side. Inhale, breath. Exhale, left foot to the back. Take it to hover again. And then tuck your right toes. Send that left foot up and back for three-legged dog. Left knee bends. Bring the heel to the seat. Keep your shoulders square here. That's a tough challenge. And then we'll start to find those circles. And it might be a little bit of a challenge to keep your upper body stable. So we're pressing into the mat with that bottom foot with your hand. And then reversing that circle when you're ready. Meeting with the left knee all the way up at the sky. Re-extend the leg, level off the hips, and find your downward facing dog. You might take a moment, bend into one knee and then the other, walk it out. Find some stillness. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Try to look forward, fold the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Draw the crown of the head forward, long spine. Exhale, melt back down to the toes. Inhale, we're going to roll up like a rag doll. Arrive into stand, taking our time. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Again, find that nice, strong mountain pose. Lift your hands up to the sky. Flat back fold down to the toes. Inhale, halfway left. Plant your hands, step back for high plank. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Move through vinyasa to downward facing dog. Taking your time, arriving back and downward facing. On an inhale, you're going to lift your right foot to three-legged. Bend the knee and stack the hips, drawing the heel to the seat. And then this time, shift forward, drawing the knee into the nose, and lightly step the foot through. Your back knee is going to lower down, untuck the toes, and maybe one at a time, bring both hands to the top of the right knee. You're dipping down into your hips so that you feel a really nice stretch through that left hip flexor without crunching the low back. So if you feel a lot of crunchiness there, see if you can activate the core a little bit more. Sometimes I'll come out of the depth of the stretch. Find that nice long spine, and then hang on to it as I soften back down again. Take an inhale breath right here, pressing the palms into the thigh, maybe lifting the gaze slightly. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, bring both hands back to the mat. So just shift your hips back, lengthening through that right leg, maybe flexing the toes, finding your calf split. Beautiful. Inhale, breath. Exhale, rebend into that right knee. Frame the front foot. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift your back knee, and then spin that back heel down. We're opening up into extended side angle. You can keep your right hand on the mat, or you can bring your right elbow to the top of the thigh. Left fingers are reaching up and over your ear. Shoulder blade is softening down. Take an inhale, gaze up. Hold for the exhale. On your next inhale breath, sweep your left hand down towards the mat and then start to walk to your back foot. We're going to turn your left toes out, bend into that back knee, find your Skandasana, right toes point up towards the sky. Hands can stay on the mat or hands can be at your heart. Take an inhale breath. Drop the seat down, lift up through the heart. Keep flexing that front foot. On an exhale, hands back down. Start to crawl back towards your front foot. Round down through your right foot. Lift your left knee all the way up into your chest. Standing high knee raise at the top of your mat. Whew. My balance is a little off today, so if you're feeling the same way, you're not alone. Take a nice breath and reach your fingertips all the way up towards the sky. On an exhale, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Start to sit your hips back as you draw prayer hands into your heart. Nice big openings through the hips in this figure four pose. Your chest is still lifted. And the deeper you bend in the standing leg, the more of a hip stretch you're going to find. So take what you want. Nice big inhale breath. Exhale, left knee comes all the way up into the chest. Bring both feet together, and then bend your knees again for your chair pose. Fingertips lifting up towards the sky. Low body tucking in. Take an inhale. Exhale, flat back fold. Inhale, halfway left. Plant your hands, move back through your vinyasa to arrive in downward facing dog. Breathing as you go.
We're finding downward facing, and your left foot floats to three-legged this time. Bend the knee and stack the hips, find that nice big hip opening, and then start to draw the knee into the nose and step the foot through. Back knee lowers, untuck the toes, and once again, hands gently work their way up, lifting the chest without reducing space in the low back. Your core is still engaged. Right hip is opening, and the longer you stay here, the more you might kind of feel the depth of the stretch expanding. Take another full breath. Enjoy the shape. Then exhale, bring your hands down, shift to that half split. Left leg is lengthening, whoo, and this might feel really different on one side than the other. I know right now my left leg is just making a lot of noise at me right now. So kind of a good reminder that our bodies are not super symmetrical. Sometimes we hold a little bit more tension in one side than the other. Take a nice big breath. Walk your hands forward. We're moving into that extended side angle, back knee lifts. Then your back heel spins down. Lift your right arm up to the sky, and again, make a choice with the bottom arm. So depending on how open your hips feel, left arm can stay down or elbow to the top of the knee. Ground down through the feet. Get a really strong low body here. Take an inhale breath. And then reach your right fingers forward down to the mat and walk them all the way to the back for that Skandasana. Hands coming into the heart. Inhale, drop the tailbone down, lift up through the heart. I'm pressing into my right foot. And then walking back to the top of the mat, framing my front foot. Super strong standing leg as I lift up into the standing high knee raise. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Ooh, sit the hips back. Oh, figure four feels so good sometimes. Keep flexing that right foot. Take an inhale breath. Keep the heart lifted. Lift the right knee into the chest, and then step both feet together. Find your little chair pose. I'm dropping down in the seat, staying lifted up through the chest. Flat back pull to the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, move back through your vinyasa. Arriving in your downward facing dog on your own time. Inhale, right leg floats when you arrive. Exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips, drawing the heel to the seat. Take the right knee into your nose, take a nice big breath, and then lightly step the foot through the hands. This time we're going to keep that back knee lifted, reach the fingertips forward, and start to use the hands to lift you up and overhead. Maybe imagining that somebody's pulling you up and forward. Again, strong low body, nice deep bend in the front knee. Extend through the fingertips, take an inhale breath. Exhale, spin your back heel down, warrior two. Shoulders over the hips, arms are nice and extended. Inhale, reach the fingers long. Exhale, right toes also point to the long side of the mat. We're going to turn your left toes out, drop down into that little Skandasana. Right toes point up to the sky. Inhale, breath right here. And then exhale, little challenge. See if you can get to your standing high knee raise without using your hands on the mat. So just the power of your low body, lifting the left knee all the way into the chest. This time, eagle pose. We're going to wrap the left leg around the right. Hands come out wide into a T. And then wrap the left arm underneath the right. Moving the forearms together. And maybe the fingertips connect with the palm, maybe they don't. Once you get there, I like to lift my elbows up a little just to really feel this nice stretch. And then drop back down into my seat. Ooh, challenging the low body. I'm warm. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, stay, or gently draw the elbows to move the knees. Fingertips pointing forward. Nice big breath wherever you are. We're going to come back up, lifting the chest. Unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Step both feet together. Find that chair pose. Now this time, you can come right into that forward fold, or if you'd like to take a crow pose, we'll lower the hands down to the mat, lift the heels, bring the knees to the tops of the biceps, and maybe one at a time, float the toes and the heels into the seat. From there, you can stay in that pose, lower down into your forward fold, or we're all gonna move into a vinyasa. So you might jump from your crow pose right back into your chaturanga. Whew, hard to talk through. And make your way to downward facing dog. Very last flow here. Let's lift that left leg to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Knee comes into the nose, step the foot through. Again, somebody's reaching on your fingertips, pulling them forward all the way up and overhead. You arrive in that high crescent lunge. Inhale, feel strong in your low body, activate the core, lengthen your arms. Exhale, warrior two, spin your back heel down. Take your left toes, bring them to the long side of your mat, hands overhead. Right toes out, Skandasana at the back of your mat. Inhale, breath. Exhale, strong low body. As you make your way into that standing climbing ring, maybe skipping the hands. Right in the chest. Wrap the right leg around the left. Hands out wide into a T. And then right elbow underneath the left. Arms wrap around. Elbows lift, drop the seat. Eagle pose, draw the navel in, take a breath. Stay, or elbows draw into the knees. Ooh, challenging the balance. One more inhale. Exhale, lift the arms, lift the chest. Unwind as gracefully as you can. Both feet together, find that chair pose. One more opportunity here for that crow pose if you want it. Hands down, shoulders distance. Make a shelf with your biceps. Bring your knees on top. When you're done, we're all going to meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring opposite hands to opposite elbows. Take a gentle rock side to side with the upper body. Allowing the upper body to soften, the low back to release. Bring the body through center. Hands down to the mat. Once again, ragdoll your way all the way up to stand. Bring your hands into your heart. Give yourself a little thank you for taking the time to step on your mat today, for taking the time to acknowledge the seasonal transition. Namaste. Thank you.